Hey, beloved St. Barts, hope you're doing well. I want to talk to you about Holy Week. It'll be here before we know it. And I want to encourage you to do two things as you approach Holy Week here at St. Bart's. The first is invite. Oftentimes, people who don't have a church home are looking for a place to come and worship on Easter. And one of the most meaningful ways they can find that place is through a personal relationship that they have, being invited by someone they know and they trust. So think about who you want to invite to join us on Easter at St. Bart's. Say a prayer for them and then invite them. Be bold in the inviting. The second thing I want to encourage you to do is make time for the worship services that we have here during Holy Week. We've got a lot that goes on during Holy Week. One of the things I want to point out is that we don't repeat the same Sunday service over and over and over again during Holy Week. Each service is very unique, and I would suggest that they are all small pieces of one larger whole worship experience that is Holy Week. So we'll kick that off on Palm Sunday with a palm procession where we'll carry palm branches and wave them and sing Hosanna and hail Jesus as our King, just as the crowds did 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem. And then during that service, we will turn a corner, just like the crowds did 2,000 years ago, and find Jesus on trial before Pilate. And we'll enter into that with a dramatic reading of the Gospel of John, done by a group of readers reading what's called the Passion Gospel. Then on Maundy Thursday, we will gather at 7 p.m. for our worship service, where we will commemorate the Last Supper of Jesus and remember his commandment that he gave that night to love one another just as he loved us. That commandment, that mandate on Maundy Thursday, see what I did there, was something that he modeled by washing the feet of his disciples. So we'll also have an opportunity for you to have your feet washed or to wash the feet of your brothers and sisters during that worship service. And then starting at 9 p.m., we will begin what's called the Watch of the Lord. And that's an opportunity to take 1 hour and pray with Jesus and keep watch with him. If you recall, on the night before Jesus died, he went into the Garden of Gethsemane to pray, to lean on his Father. Before he was crucified, he asked his disciples to keep watch with him for 1 hour. They struggled to do so. So in the side chapel, where the blessed bread and blessed wine will be with you, which we believe is the presence of Jesus, you can sign up for a 1 hour slot to pray, to keep watch, to reflect, to be with Jesus from 9 p.m. to midnight, and then from 4 a.m. until 8 a.m. We'll have a sign-up sheet so that you can do that. Then starting on Good Friday, we will offer the Stations of the Cross. We'll have that at 8 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. It's about a 30-minute devotion where you can be in the sanctuary, where we have 14 stations that you can sit or walk, and we will read the scriptures and pray, remembering those points on Jesus' journey, carrying his cross through the streets of Jerusalem that he suffered, and then also his crucifixion. 8 o'clock, noon, 6 p.m., Stations of the Cross on Good Friday. And then at 7 p.m. on Good Friday, we'll have our Veneration of the Cross worship service. That service has an opportunity where you can come forward and a large cross will be placed in front of the altar, and you can kneel, touch the cross, give thanks to God, pray, even weep, and just thank God for the sacrifice that Jesus made for all of us. Also during that service, our members will be doing the preaching that day. I'm really excited. They'll be preaching the 7 last words of Jesus, the 7 last things that he spoke while he was on the cross. So we'll be hearing from our members, Jan Water, Joan Hart, Tom Ehrman, Nancy Ziebel, Michelle Cronshag, and Francis Thompson-Gee, and they'll be preaching. We've also got one more spot open if you're interested. And that will be our Good Friday worship service at 7 p.m. And then Easter Sunday, friends, the day that we celebrate that Jesus rose from the dead, that he conquered death, that he destroyed the power of death over the world and offers that risen life, the resurrection, his resurrection power and his victory over death to all of us. So the service on Easter Sunday is very different. It will start in darkness. We will carry the Christ candle into the sanctuary, and you will hear the Exultet sung, the resurrection joy hymn sung, and then you will be able to light your own candles off of the resurrection candle. We will then all renew our baptismal vows together during the service, and then we proclaim that Christ is risen. Bring your bells to ring, beloved. It is such a joyful moment. We'll celebrate Holy Communion together, the first communion of Easter. And then after that, kids, we're going to have an Easter egg hunt following the worship service. So that's just a quick overview of Holy Week. Different, unique experiences to walk with Jesus through those moments in his life that changed the world forever. So invite your friends, family, co-workers, classmates to church for Easter Sunday, beloved. And as you are able, I encourage you to make time for the worship here at St. Bart's. Lord bless you. Holy Week is coming.